Hi everyone, it's me, Miranda. I am going to do my Q&A finally because I have time now since my grandpa's at a doctor's appointment. And sorry that I look a hot mess. I couldn't take a shower or anything because by the time I take a shower, have my hair dried, I don't know when he's going to come back. So I'm going to do my Q&A. I'm also going to do a little game that was suggested by one of my subscribers, Locksters. And at the end, I will announce what it is, if I don't forget. And I'm also going to show a clip of my grandfather, so all of you guys can know how he's doing, but his own words. And plus, you guys get to see him and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, and I'm going to ask these questions as I got them because I wrote them down as soon as I got them. I'm going to try and make it as quick as possible because I don't want it to be an hour long. But it might be. So, sorry. Because I got way more questions than I thought I was going to get. Way more. Which, it makes me happy, though. So, and also some people asked the same question. So, I'm just going to say who asked the same question, all at once. So, if that makes sense. And if I stop and do this, my voice is kind of, dry for some reason. So, you'll see me stop a lot. But first thing I'm going to do that was suggested, the little game by one of my subscribers, a girl, is to guess someone. It's basically, I name 3 to 5 features from a bias, and you have to guess who it is. I'm going to do, instead of just doing one person, I'm going to do a boy and a girl, and you're going to try, if you want to play the game, of course, you can try to guess who it is by the 3 to 5 features that I list about them. And I hope I do this correctly because I've never done it. But I just think it's a cute game, and I'm so glad she suggested it. And yeah, and at the end, if I remember, I will say who it is so you can see if you were correct or not. So for the girl, the first person that I thought of, because I didn't want to make it stupid obvious who it would be. So for example, it's not going to be Shonu and Onu, it's not going to be obvious. But for the girl, I guess one of her known features is, for the most part, every single hairstyle, no matter what color she has dyed it, she has almost always had long hair and bangs. She's kind of known for it, I guess. Kind of. I don't know if she's known, but every time I see her, no matter what color her hair is, she has bangs and long hair. That's number 1. Number 2, I don't know if this is technically a feature, but she is a main vocal. Trying to think. She has done solo stuff. Especially, she's a person who is way back, and she has a couple solo songs, but she, was a part of a group. And yeah, I'm trying to think. And she was a part of one of the big 3 companies. So that should be obvious now who it is. And for the guy, he is a part of one of the big 3 companies. He is a fantastic dancer. Oh my gosh, dancer. Trying to think of another one. He's very sweet and kind and caring, and he's just I don't see how anyone could dislike him. He has released a solo album last year, which that's exciting. I bought it. Trying to think of another feature. He's in a decent sized group. The group he's in, it's a decent size. It's not tiny, but it's not ginormous. So, I hope that kind of helped you. So, and like I said, at some point I'm going to, I can't remember if I said it just now, but I'm going to insert a clip of my grandfather. So, that will be at some point in this video. It might have to be in 2 parts because I'm at 5 minutes and I haven't even answered a question. Okay. This is from Jessica Lynn Paul, and she asked me 4 questions, and the first question that she asked is, how did I get into K-pop? And another subscriber, Euphoria Prism, also asked this question. I got into K-pop because I went to a concert with a friend. Well, I'm not friends with her now because now she's kind of like, she keeps to herself, I guess. And she's not very social anymore. Like, I don't know why, but like after high school, we like drifted apart, which is fine because it's all good. We're not like, we didn't fight or anything, and that's why we're not friends. But we went to a Jonas Brother concert, and that was during the time in 2009, and I was kind of getting out of the Jonas Brothers. Like, when I was like 16, I was obsessed with them, like die hard. But then when I was 17, I was just like, like I'm not really about it anymore. And well, at the Jonas Brother concert, the Wonder Girls was an opening act, and I fell in love instantly. And that's why in one of my videos, how I was like, it hurts a little bit and like it stings that the Wonder Girls are no longer together. Yeah, because they were the first group that introduced me into K-pop, and I just thought they were so cool. And then when I went to a friend's house in Texas, like, we're just now becoming friends again. But went to her house, and we found like a whole bunch of other groups and stuff when I went to her house in Texas during like, I think it was Christmas time almost. And that's how I found like SHINee and like all my like babies and stuff. So, but that is how I got into K-pop. I went to a concert, and the Wonder Girls were there, and like the rest was history. I just like was sucked into it. And it was the original 5, like of course minus Hyuna, but it was like the originals. So, and I have pictures of it, but I don't have my camera with me, so like my actual camera, because I'm on my phone. So, but that is how I got into K-pop. I went to a concert, and Wonder Girls were there. Number 2, what is my job? I don't have like a job, and what I mean by that is I don't like go to like a workplace and like get paid and like well, when you think of a typical job, I don't have one of those. Since 2012, I have been taking care of my grandma and my grandpa, like on and off, and I took care of my grandma until she passed away, and on the 26th of February of this month, it will be a year since she's gone, and it still stings a bit. And yeah, I took care of her when she had to have her heart valve replacement, before we found out that that's what was wrong. And of course, when my grandpa broke his hip the first time in 2014, and then of course now I'm back here again, and that's like, I guess, my job, I guess. But for the most part, I don't have like a normal, like, you get paid type of job. Like, yeah, my grandparents sometimes give me money, you know, because they're like, oh, you work so hard and let me give you money. But for the most part, I don't do it for the money. It's, you know, my grandma, she's the only person who has been there my whole life and who never left me. And for me, it's like, it was just, I had to do it, you know. It's just one of those things. She means so much to me, and it's like, I didn't care about the money. I still don't. So, but sometimes I do get money, but I don't care about it. Question number 3, what is my favorite K-pop store to buy from? I buy from K-Pop Town, Yes Asia, numerous people on eBay, whether it's Great Music CD, Cat Shop CD, I think is what they're called, Music Plaza, and Choice Music LA, and then of course just random eBayers. But for the most part, that's where I buy from. If I'm buying like in bulk and stuff, I usually go to K-Pop Town or Yes Asia, and just depending. But Yes Asia frustrates me because they never update if they have stuff in stock or not, which just drives me insane. I'm like, but I do pre-order a lot of Japanese singles of like SHINee and stuff, and GOT7 and VIX and things like that. But that is where I go. Question number 4, how old am I? I am 24, and in 3 days I will be 25. So Yeah, people say I don't look my age, but I kind of think I do, but a lot of people don't agree with it. And a fun fact, I was charged for a kids meal when I was 22 or 21. So, yeah, like legit at a buffet, I got a kids meal for $6.99 at Fred's. So, yeah. The next person is Leah Gernhill. I hope I said that correctly. Um, another thing, I remember when your username wasn't this. It was J-Hope's like actual name is a literal ray of sunshine. That name is so cute. I just wanted to say that. It was just a cute little name. Question number 1 that she asked, are there any groups I don't know much about that I would like to check out in the future? Honestly, not really, because anytime a new group comes out, I usually will like watch the first MV they have, like music video they have, and if it doesn't like pull me in, I'm just like, okay. You know, but there is only one group I can kind of think of that I'm like will most likely bias at some point, and that is A-Pink. I'm slowly listening to most of their music. Like I bought their Pink Blossom album, like kind of when it came out, and every song on that album, in my opinion, is perfection. So it'd probably just be A-Pink, because everyone else, for the most part, it's like if I bias you, I bias you. But I think that's about it so far. So, what is my favorite food? I have so many favorite foods, it's unreal. My favorite food would probably be some kind of like pasta, because I like pasta, I like Korean food and like Asian cuisine. I've been that way since I was a kid, because my grandma, like she's Italian, she's from Italy, and she would constantly make Italian dishes, so I can eat any kind of Italian food no matter what. But I also like Korean soups and stuff, which that was another question that someone had asked, but that's like towards the end. I'll like go into detail about that. But I'd probably say like pasta or like salmon or steak. And of course like Korean food basically. I'm not really picky. So far, every single Korean food I have tried so far, I have loved it. So I'm like all about that. Number 3, have I ever dyed my hair / thought about it? I have never dyed my hair, but my hair has changed, like color-wise. For some reason, when I was born, it was like black, like jet black, and I had a full head of hair. And then when I got older, it turned like a dirty blonde. Like I was outside a lot, so it's like the natural highlights and stuff. But then when I got a little bit older, it went like back to like this color, like dark for some reason. And it's been that way ever since. Because like my dad's hair is naturally blonde, but now it's gray. And then my mom's hair is like dark as hell. So it's, my hair color changes on its own half the time. And I have thought about dyeing it, but the reason why I won't dye it is because it's not good for your hair. And because I'm kind of content with having brown hair. I've had it for the most part my whole life, except like when it was like a dirty blonde color. But if I were to dye it, it'd probably be like an auburn color maybe, or like a reddish color. I don't know how that would work, but I always thought like it would go with my eye color and stuff. I don't know, because my eyes are green for the most part. Like they have like gold in it and stuff, but for the most part they're green. So I think it would just be cool to have like the red hair and like it would go with the eyes. But I don't think I'm pale enough to like pull it off. Question number 4, have I ever seen SHINee in person, and how would I react? I have not seen SHINee in person yet. I would love to see them, but I don't have like enough money or time to go see them, because I know they're coming to, I think it's Texas. I would love to see them, but I can't. And I would probably like try to be calm about it, but I'd most likely be one of those people who's like, oh my god, this is the best day ever, and like just like cry and be like, oh. I'd probably react like that and just like cry. It'd be hilarious. Did I like SHINee's Treasure music video? Yes, I keep calling it Treasure, but I know it's not called Treasure. I don't know why. I can't remember. I just know it's Treasure. I thought that was a great music video. I really liked it. It was different, but it was like awesome. Like, I liked the effects too. But I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And this is a little side note. I am very glad that you like my videos. It just makes me happy when people say that. So just thank you so much for supporting me and just being awesome. It's like, all of you guys mean so much to me because you're so nice. I can't, like, with the niceness, it's so beautiful. The next person is Euphoria Prism. Question number 1, what do I like most about K-pop? What don't I like almost? Well, there's some things I dislike, but that's another question from a different person. What I like the most is how, like, many concepts they do. Like, how each comeback has a concept or, like, a theme. Like, most people in America, like, they don't really have, like, a whole bunch of concepts. Like, for, like, an album, I should say. Like, some do, but for the most part, it's just, like, they release an album, have a nice music video, and that's about it. But I like all the concepts they do. Like, for example, VIXX and stuff. Just, they have so many concepts that are just, like, amazing. That's one of my favorite things I like about K-pop. I really like it. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm horrible at explaining why I really like something sometimes. But I would say I just like how they have so many different kinds of concepts, and, like, it's probably what I like the most. Question number 2, and I was asked this by 3 people, and that is Euphoria Prism, Angels2 2014, and Alex 20. And that is, what are some other artists / music that I listen to outside of K-pop? I listen to Fall Out Boy. I'm addicted. I have been since Sugar We're Going Down. I love them. I listen to a lot of Disney stuff. I'm like one of those Disney people, like nerds or whatever. I listen to classical music. Like, I'm a sucker for, like, classical music, like, legit. I like Celine Dion. I like Whitney Houston, but, like, way back. Like, one of my favorite songs by her is I Want to Dance with Somebody. Like, yes. And Mariah Carey. Like, once again, old stuff, not new stuff. Who else do I listen to? I like Rascal Flatts and Boyz II Men. Like, there's, like, and, like, a whole bunch of, like, other just random people. But not, like, die hard about them. But those are, like, the main people I listen to. Next is GB, a whole bunch of Hangul, and Starlight. Question number 1 is how I started to like VIXX. It's actually kind of funny because I had just gotten into MBLAQ because of Hello Baby, and I was just searching for MBLAQ to watch, and My Doll popped up because they did a little thing with VIXX, which I thought was really cool. And I was like, oh, I don't know who these guys are, but this is like a good little show. So I watched the rest of My Doll, like, from the beginning, because I was like, oh, since it's, because I hate survival programs. I hate those. So that's why I was like, oh, well, it already has the end result. I can watch it and be okay. Because I know who's going to make it and who's not. And so I watched all that, and then I saw the music video for Superhero, and I love the song, but I wasn't about the music video. And I was like, oh, but I want to keep my eye on them. And then when Rock Your Body came out, I was like, I want to still keep my eye on you. But I liked the music video, but the song was, like, now I love it. But at the time, I was just like, But then when On and On happened, I was done. I was hooked in. I was like, yes, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for. And then they just kept doing, like, amazingness after, like, I can't even with the beautifulness. But, yeah, like, I haven't even watched No Mercy. Like, I want to, but I don't want to. Like, even though I know the end result, but I remember when No Mercy first came out, and like I was like, should I watch it? And then I was like, no, because if someone I like doesn't make it, I'm gonna be mad. But I might watch No Mercy, which is like with Monsta X. That's just a like side note. And the second question she asked is, how did I choose my Vicks bias? At first it was Leo for like a long time, and Ken, but for the most part Leo. And then after like just watching a whole bunch of things that they did, like Ken was so funny and so just like sweet but like funny, and that's just how I chose him, kind of, is because he was just so funny. He made me laugh all the time, and I just love that. So that's how Ken became my bias in Vicks. He's just so funny and down to earth, and I love his singing voice. Oh my gosh. And then from Locksters, number one question, my favorite collab between groups and solos. I'm not usually a huge fan of like collabs for some reason. I have no idea why, but I know one that I do like is Soyou and Mad Clown. Their song called Stupid in Love. I'm all about that. Like, oh yeah, that's one of my favorite like collab type of songs. And I can't remember the rapper's name, but he did, like, Michelle did a song with him, like she's singing and then he's rapping, but I can't remember the guy's name. I think that's about it that I can think of that I like was all about. And then of course there's collabs I've never even heard of and stuff, but for the most part it's just those two that I can think of right this second, I think. Yeah. Question number two, my dream subunit from each of my top favorite groups. For SHINee, Onew and Taemin, faux show. I would love to see what they would like do. Oh my gosh. And then of course with Monsta X, Shownu and Jooheon, I think that would be awesome. And with B1A4, probably CNU and Sandol. If not, Sandol and Baro. I would like to see how like that would go. And I'm just going to throw in like Sistar. I want a Sistar 20 or something, because I want Soyou and Dawson to do something. Just saying. I'm waiting for it. Yes. And then a dream unit between just random people. Honestly, I would kind of like to see like a mixture almost. Like, I think it'd be cool for like Onew and Soyou to do like a solo or something, like a collab type thing. Like, I would live for that. Like, that would be pretty awesome, personally, because their voices are so great, and I would love to see how it would just like go, if that makes sense. Page 2. Get me some water. Whew. And this is questions from Angels 2014. My camera is most likely going to cut out at some point, so I'll have to like put the videos together. But I'm trying to do this quickly. Angels 2014, side note, maybe I will start doing rants. I'm not 100% sure if I will or not, but I might. I'm not good at rants, really, because I just know that when I go, I'm gone, and like it's hard to calm me down. Because, like, even after I would be done filming the rant, I'd still be like, how dare so-and-so or whatever. But I might do them. But I don't know yet. Question number 1, if I can listen to only 5 K-pop songs for the rest of my life, what songs would I pick? Honestly, I kind of thought about it for a while, but then after, like, really thinking about it, it'd probably be my top 5 from my top 100 favorite songs of all time, which is SHINee's If You Love Her, B1A4's A Lie, SHINee's Tell Me What to Do, Michelle's Escape, and SHINee's Beautiful Life. I love those songs. I could probably listen to them and not be tired. Like, for real. And also, just like another little side one, like number 6, I guess, would be Michelle's Without You. I really like that song. Like, I'm obsessed with it. If I could have my own KCON, who would my lineup be? basically all of my bias groups. And then, like, I would have SHINee, Monsta X, GOT7, Sistar, FX, BAP, Miss A, I feel like VIX, I'd have Cosmic Girls there too. I would bring back IOI, and I would just throw in BTS because BTS is so funny, and I think it would just be a fun experience if BTS was there. They're just so funny. So I'd probably just throw in BTS, and that would be like my overall lineup and stuff. What do I dislike about K-pop? I dislike the fact that if a like certain group was to do a concept, like it's okay, but if like a rookie group does it, oh, they're copying so and so. I can't stand that. Another thing I don't like is how if a girl group does something like showing some like skin, it's frowned upon, but if a guy group does it, it's like praised. I can't stand that. I also don't like when certain members in a group are like put on a pedestal and then the other members are just like there. I can't stand that. And there was something else I was gonna say that I can't stand. I can't think of it. Have I been to any K-pop shows, and who have I seen or would like to see? I would like to see all my bias groups. And the only people I've seen is the Wonder Girls so far. But I would like to see all of my bias groups. True life right there. Is there 1 to 2 rare things that I want to add to my collection, but it's hard to find? Miss A's Faye, her Fantasy single, which was a promo, and Miss A's Hush. So far, those are the only 2 that I cannot find that I really, really want. So I would say those 2 for sure. So, there's something in my eye. And the next person is Se-chan Beck. Number 1, why did I start unboxing videos? I started unboxing videos because of Shaw360. And it was like a mixture of like me being curious about it and her like overall pushing me. And then it was also when my grandma passed away, I was more depressed than I already am. And doing the videos made me happy, to be honest. And I just liked making other people happy with them. And like it just made me also really happy. So that's why I started. It was mainly because of Shaw360 with like interest, and because I was just so sad and I was basically alone doing nothing. I just decided to do something, and it has really helped me. So that is why. Question: how you feeling?
I'm fine.
You are? You doing good?
You're taking a picture of me, aren't you?
I'm filming you.
Why?
Because I just want to know how good you're doing and stuff.
I'm doing fine.
Because a lot of people I know are just want to know how you're doing.
I'm doing fine. I'm getting stronger every day, thanks to you.
Well, no, it's thanks to you because you got the motivation.
Okay.
It's all you, mister.
Okay, sweetheart.
All right. My camera cut out. Question number... well, I'm going to read number 4 first so I can insert this video of my grandpa. How does my grandpa feel? I'm going to put in a video before this, so you'll see it before you see me talking. But the second question she asked was, what do my friends think about my love for K-pop? Honestly, they're kind of indifferent about it. Like, they don't make fun of me or anything. They're just like, oh, you do you, girl. And the funny thing is, my best friend, DeBrianna, she loves Japan so much, like how I love Korea. Well, I love a whole bunch of other countries, but like, obviously I really love Korea. And So I'm gonna eventually plan on going to Korea, but what we're gonna do probably like 2 years from now, if we can, is go to Japan and Italy, because I have family in Italy, and because she also wants to go to Italy, and of course I want to go to Japan. Like, hell yeah. But for the most part, they're not like unsupportive, but they're not like, yes, let's all listen to it together. Sorry. Question number 3, she asked, did I want a husky or was it a coincidence? I wanted a husky since I was young. My dad actually promised to get me a husky when I was like 7 or 8, because that's when my 2 dogs had to be put down, and they were chows. And I had loved huskies as long as I can remember. Like, but I remember really talking about it when I watched a movie. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And my dad promised to get me one at the time, like within a year. And then he never did. And then when I was 16, he finally got me a dog, which is Maya. And the main reason he got Maya was because he thought if he got Maya that I wouldn't leave his house because he's not very nice. Which isn't true, because like, he treated Maya not the best. He was very mean to her. And that's why I left. But, yeah, I wanted a husky, and when he finally got her, he thought that he wasn't going to have to, like, pay for her. And, of course, at the time I was 16, and I'm like, my dog is epileptic, she needs medicine, and he didn't care at all. So I left. But the only reason he got her was to prove a point to my mom, like, but, sorry if that's too much, like, in-depth stuff, but I left with Maya because her health wasn't good at the time, because she was severely underweight, and my dad was very mean to me, and yeah. But I love Maya to pieces, obviously, but no, she was not a coincidence. I love huskies, and of course I just love her. Even if Maya wasn't a husky, I would love her as her for her. So, yep. Next one is from Beautiful. I hope I said that right. Question number 1. Well, first she had like a side thing, and I'm like, I'm also glad you love my videos. I'm very glad. That makes me happy when people say that. So just thank you so much. But question number 1, how and where do I film my unboxings? I film them in my room on a desk, and I film with my phone and a tripod. So, yep. And I have to make sure the lighting is good too. Question number 2, which I really like this question. Would I turn back time and change anything about me? I like that question, but the answer is no. Because I've always been myself, and I feel like everything that I've been through, the good and the really bad, has made me who I am, and I'm still like working on myself to be like better, and to like, you know, get over depression and things like that, and like actually love myself like a normal person. So honestly, I wouldn't change anything, because I'm becoming like myself, I feel. So I would not change anything. Nope. The only thing that I would do different, I guess, is just spend more time with my grandma than I did. Even though I basically lived with her, I would still just, instead of going to hang out with like certain friends or something, I would have just like stayed at my grandma's more. That's it. But yep. Question number 3, do I like Messi? I'm not gonna lie, when I first wrote down this question, I had no idea who that was, and then I looked it up. It's an athlete, and then I was also still confused, and then I looked up, like I typed in Messi, and then, or Messi, however you say this person's name, and like put Korean, and then it popped up where it comes from a drama. Ooh. And evidently, like, I don't know if you're literally asking me, do I like this athlete, like, for real, or if you're asking me, do I like it, like trying to like see if I recognize the drama reference. I don't know if you are asking this because of what I read that it says that meant about like how you ask someone you have a crush on or that you really like if they like something like that. You know, like I don't know how you're wanting, like I don't know how you are being, I guess. Like if you literally want to know if you're, you know, seeing if I know the drama reference or if you are doing it from what I read online. So I don't know. But if you're doing it based on like the actual athlete, I don't know who he is. So I don't dislike him and I don't like him either. So, but if you're also for the drama reference, I have not heard of the drama. I don't watch Korean dramas. I'm just not a fan of them for some reason. Like I like Korean movies, but I'm not a fan of dramas. And yeah. And then question number 4, any tips on filming unboxings? Get a tripod. A tripod and something that you can, either a decent sized tripod or something that you can set your tripod on where it can film like the perfect angle of you unboxing or filming whatever it is you're going to film. And make sure you have a good quality, either like phone or like a good quality camera so that like the picture comes out clearly. So I would do something like that. If you are nervous when it comes to like talking, like how I was, what I would do is like practice what you're going to say before you film it. Like just practice like talking if you are shy, because that's what I did and I think it helped me. Make sure you have something with you for you to be able to open whatever it is you're going to unbox. So you're not there for however long trying to fight with whatever it is you're trying to open. Ooh. This is now from Debbie M. Question number 1. Do I have a collection goal, like things I want and haven't gotten yet, or anything like that? I do have a collection goal, but it's like it depends on the group. Like for SHINee, my goal is to have at least one version of every single album they have, Korean press and Japanese press. That is my goal for SHINee. Same with like all of the other groups. Like whenever they do Japanese releases and things like that, it's to have at least one version of all of their stuff. And that's for like my top, I guess like 6 groups, I guess. So like SHINee, Monsta X. I don't know if I'm going to collect B1A4's Japanese albums. I don't know yet. But I just want to make sure that I have like all Korean press no matter what for each group I bias. So, but that's the only collection goal I really have, is to just have at least one copy / version of every album of like my main bias groups, especially Korean press. Number 2, what made me start my YouTube channel? This kind of goes airplane. This kind of goes like with another question that I had answered. Mainly, you know, Shaw 360. I forgot to just like put it with that, and depression, and I just wanted to be happy again and stuff because my grandma had passed away, and I did have some interest because I did think it was cool and it made me happy. So that is why. Number 3, what am I interested in outside of K-pop? I'm gonna take it as that you're asking like not like music wise, you're asking like hobbies and stuff, or at least I hope that's what you're asking. Things I like to do outside of like K-pop, I guess. I love traveling, like going places and stuff, like whether it's a different state, different part of the state. I love traveling. I love writing. I love singing. I'm not a good dancer, but I like to dance. I love just doing anything with my dog. I like watching movies. Swimming. My grandma used to call me her fish because I like lived in her pool. What else do I like? I like cooking. I hate cleaning up after, but I actually enjoy cooking. Like, I really enjoy it, and I love just trying new foods and learning about cultures and languages. So that's like the kind of stuff I really like to do. Question number 4. What is my favorite movie? I don't know, kind of. Like, my favorite American movie is like Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. Such a kid. And like, I know there's other movies that I really like, but I can't like think of them all. I'm a fan of Christmas movies, like animated Christmas movies. I really like those. My favorite Korean movie, it has to be Harmony. I love that movie so much. I remember when that movie came out and it was on Netflix, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. And I just love how funny it is, and I just really like it. I like Ode, like an ODE to My Father. I love that movie. That's another one of my favorite Korean movies. I have like a whole bunch of, and I like Miss Granny as well. That's just a funny movie. And the last person is Alex20. Question number 1. If I could move out of Florida, where would I like to move to in the USA? Probably Chicago, Illinois, because I have family there as well. And I also like a place that has seasons, because in Florida it's just hot and hotter, like for the most part, with like a month's worth of cold days. Or I would go to Texas, because I've been there and I like how Texas is. And yeah, but out of the places I've actually been to, like there's so many states I haven't been to, but like out of the ones I have been to, I would like to go to one of those. Or maybe Georgia. I would possibly like to go to Georgia, but I kind of don't know if I really want to live in America for the rest of my life. Like, no matter where I go, part of me wants to live in Italy, part of me wants to live in London, Australia, Korea, Japan, you know, etc. Ireland, Switzerland, Sweden. I think Germany would be cool. Just so many countries that I haven't even named all of them, but I would like to at least visit legit almost every single country. And that's why I'm so happy, like, just like fun fact, that most of my subscribers are from different countries. I think I have 78 people who are from USA, and the rest are from all over the world. And I have currently 188. So that is amazing that most of my subscribers are international ones. I am over the moon. Like, I love my USA ones, don't get me wrong. Y'all are my babies too, but I just think it's so amazing that I have international ones, like as many as I do. That just, I'd also like to go to Brazil, because my cousin lives in Brazil. So I would like to like visit there and stuff as well. And the last question, you can only eat one food or meal for the rest of your life. What is it? Oh goodness. Honestly, I would probably eat out of all the Korean soups I have eaten, which has been, like, I can't say the name of it. I can't remember the name, but it's like a bulgogi soup. Like, I don't know the name of it, but it's got bulgogi meat, and it's got like the glass noodles in it. I love that. My favorite soup is Hae Mulsun, which is a spicy tofu seafood soup. That's my favorite soup. I also like oxtail soup. So, so far every Korean dish I have tried, I have loved it. And I would probably eat one of those soups for like the rest of my life. I could do it. Especially the spicy tofu seafood soup. Faux show. And I actually remembered the game. Okay, so let's see if you got it correct or not. The girl that I was referring to for the game is Park Bom. And the guy that I was referring to is Lay from EXO. So comment down below if you got it right or not. And this is the end of my Q&A. Just thank you guys so much for being so amazing. This Q&A went better than expected. I'm sorry that it's so long, But I had a lot of questions, and you guys are so amazing. And just thank you guys for being so nice and kind to me. Like, it really means a lot. Like, you guys have no idea what you guys being nice to me, like, it means to me. You have no idea. It just touches my heart. It really does. But I don't want to take up your time more than I already have. But thank you guys so much for watching and being amazing. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!